Hey guys, Terrence here with TGG, sitting here with Mapes. He recently just got first place at the
West Allis
West
Regional.
Allis Regional,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and check his deck profile out.
Hey guys, I played Pendulum Magician. I've been playing it for a long time, so it's definitely the best deck out there. Played, I think it was 340 players, so it was 8 rounds of Swiss. Went 8-0, and I 2-0'd all 8 rounds, so deck's really good. Pretty normal magicians, except for I play combo base, so you have to play the Wisdom Eye. This card just gets you going every time, so this is definitely the better play. Don't play like Pendulum Call or those bad cards because they just clog and they don't work and they lose to Ash and they're not good. You want to play as many Pendulums as possible. Triple Oath, we play Desires, so this card is like our combo piece in a recovery, so you have to play it. And then if you get like open Desires and you have to Desires because your hand's like just not good or whatever, like you have to have 3-0 because this has to, like, you have to have one of them to continue to play. You play Triple Black Fang. This card is good. Like, I don't know why people would cut this down to 2 or 1. You need a high scale. It's 8. It triggers everything because it's destruction. It brings back your astrographs or anything back from grave. The card's really good, and it's dark, so gotta play dark pendulums. Triple Purple Poison card is like you're out to everything that you don't want to play against. It outs Fragrance. It boosts over things. It's a low scale, so very good card. Gotta play it. The only thing that's different is I cut Harmonizing to 2. 3 was getting really cloggy opening it. I'd open 2 every once in a while, and it just wasn't good. You have to play 2 because the scale effective boost is actually relevant, and it's a high scale, which you don't play a ton of anymore. So definitely need to play 2 Harmonizing. 14 Magician Pendulums. For the rest of the combo pieces, best card in the game right now. This card needs to get hit. It just combos out everything. It's usually the card you send with Electromite. You have to see 2 of them, so why not play 3? When you open 2, you just win. I mean, deck already wins to begin with, even when you don't open any, but 2 is auto game. Then you got to play Triple Chronograph. The other combo piece that gets you going, high scales, which are good, and it's specials, and it's really good against a lot of things because it specials out itself, and then it specials a monster from hand, so plays around strike and stuff like that. And then we played the 2 vanillas. This one's terrible. I hate this one, but you got to play them both. Sometimes you can side this out going second if you side too many cards in, but I mean, you got to play them just because they get you going. And then we played the Mythical Beast Engine. Other cards are like, they just destroy it to keep going off. And like the 4 scales don't matter because a lot of your monsters are 5s and 6s. And this card like actually is amazing in the monster zone. Going second, this card will just straight up win games. If you open it and then you special it out with Jackal, and then you just start playing scales, like it outs a monster. And it gets like massive, so this card's really good. Play the Mythical Beast Engine. So 3 of that. Only 1 of this card. It's searchable, and like if you open this card, it's terrible because like it doesn't combo with anything. So you never want to just open Jackal. But it's a Dark Pendulum, which is unlike any of the other ones, which is really good. And you have to play it just because it's part of the negating loop and the specialing out Cerberus. And then we played the 1 Basilisk. I like this over the 2nd Jackal because if you open Jackal Cerberus, you have a target. And like when this shuffles something back, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be Mythical Beast. So it combos with just drawing Basilisk. The rest of the specials, we play Triple Curtain Raiser. Card just is another high scale and it specials out. Pretty self-explanatory, dark. Works well with every part of the combo. And then we played Triple Rescue Hamster. I don't know why people are still sleeping on this card. I said once this deck came out, this was the best card in the deck. And people are still not playing it. Play this card. This card is the best card in the deck. It has amazing effects, monster and scale. Like, what people don't know, like, if they don't know what this card does, it's pretty much rescue rabbit on the field, and when it's in the scale you manage to add back 2. You always get like either 2 wisdom, 2 astrograph, whatever you need. Card's really, really good. People need to play this card. And then the last spicy tech we played was the 1 Zafranu. I've been waiting to hold off on this deck profile because a lot of people aren't playing this card, and I think it needs to be played. It's the one of. It gets you that negate when you can't keep going. It's literally, it's weird because a lot of these cards in these decks are like, oh, you don't want to draw this one, you don't want to draw like into your pieces you want to send. Like, I don't mind drawing this card, I don't mind sending this card. There's 0 problems with playing this card, and it just only pluses you. And it's like the easy side out card. It's only a 2-card engine. I'll show you the other one here in a minute, but this card just wins games because people don't know how to play around the cards that search. For spells, the draw power, triple lure. When you draw too many magicians, this card fixes your hand. It's really just self-explanatory draw. Most people play 2. I only like 1 desires. 2 is you'd always draw it going like in your opening hand, and then you have to play it because you brick or whatever, and then it's like you only want to play this after to like continue to make your hand better. And when you only play 1, it ensures you never draw another desires. You never need it more than once. When you play against this deck, Ash is already dead, so why give him more targets to really Ash well? And then the other draw card we play is the 1 Hoban. It's just the best draw card in the game. Might as well play a 39-card deck and the most consistent deck out right now. And then the last, we played the 1 Trap. We played the 1 Zephyr Divine Strike. It's Solemn Judgment, except for like it doesn't hit summons, but like what's really, really good about it is it's just searchable. Like when you open or special out the Pendulum out of Zafranu, it adds any Zephyr spell or trap, so you get to add the counter trap to hand. So 2-card engine, and it's a free negate. So very, very good. I'll get into the side and extra. Extra deck, explanatory, triple Electromite. You got to make 3 before you Pendulum, and this card's broken. Until it's hit, it will be played at 3. 1 Firewall, you need it for the combo, so you blink your 2 Electrums away, and it opens up all 3 of your Pendulum zones. When you have your Astrograph already out, when you don't open the perfect combo, you need the Zephyr Metaltron to fix it, to give you those 3 down arrows. It's relevant, it's big, and it, like when you need to link away into something to open up zones, the Metaltron's always the best option. Don't sleep on this card. Like, it's not the greatest effects, but what it allows you to do with your extra deck is big. You gotta play the Trigate for the arrows, pretty much only for the arrows of what it does. You never negate with it or anything, you just need it for the arrows. And then for the last link, you play the 1 Underclock. It opens down, and it opens to the side, and it's your out to when you get cherried. You can still summon out from the extra deck, and then it allows to make you into your Zephyr play. So you gotta play the 1 Underclock. That's it for the links. For fusions, triple of the best card in the extra deck other than Electrum, because it is every card in your extra deck and on field and in your grave and on your opponent's field and grave. Like, this card is ridiculous. You got to play 3 because you need 2 for the Hope Harbinger play and then 3 for follow-up. So 3 of this card. This card is ridiculous. It's literally just a bigger Electrum. So play this card, max out on this card until it gets hit. And the last fusion is the Odd Eyes Vortex for the combo play. For XYZs, we played the 1 Hope, and we played the Absolute Dragon, the Naruto. For when the Jackal, you don't want the monster negate, you want the spell and trap. The 4th negate you can make is the Naruto. And then the 1 like open slot that you can feel free to play around with. I'm playing the 1 Omega right now until Designator of the Grave comes out, or Call of the Grave, or whatever they're going to name it. I'm playing this for the cherries out. You can play, probably going to play the Crystal Wing, Clear Wing, Starving Venom card once Designator comes out, but for now this is just the better one, so you don't auto lose to cherries. And then we have a side deck. I played a simple side deck just to have outs to everything. Random decks. This card hits like the majority of the cards in the game right now, so good for Rogue or Trickstar or True Draco. For the mirror match, the best hand trap to play right now. Make sure they can't play the game. I didn't draw this once the whole event. I actually didn't really draw my side cards really. The deck is that good. You just play through hands. The other monster we play is Triple Sphere mode. This card says you can actually play the game when your opponent's set up boards like I set up. So it's a necessity to be able to play sometimes. So I just wanted to make sure I drew it. I'll probably cut this down once Designator, because I'm going to put that in the side. And then we played Triple Cyclone. Outs to floodgates such as Fragrance and stuff like that. This is the one that is the best to draw. And it's really good against True Draco, which is kind of a hard matchup. And then the last card, the Triple Evenly. This is, you have to play this card going second. You don't do it for the mirror because there's just too many negates. But it's good against everything else. So I think that's it. Played 40 cards in the main, and the rest of the side next were 15s. I wouldn't change anything from the event. I mean, I didn't drop a game, so there wasn't anything that was overly bad or bricky. Played a lot of meta. Played one. What did we play? One Invoke to Mekk-Knight, one Spiral, Paleo, one True Draco, and then the rest were one Trickstar, and the rest were all Pendulum mirror matches. So everything worked well. And play this version. The combo version is the best version out there. They can say like FTK, you can actually just win right away, but like FTK isn't as strong as this. And when you're going second, the FTK doesn't win. When you're going second with this, you win because you're playing the best deck out right now. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the profile. Good job getting first again, and hopefully we'll do it again at the YCS.
Thanks.